Hi, this is Parikshit Pushkarna. I am an assistant vice president at one of the largest MNCs that works into IT industry. And today I am here to tell you how to format the worksheets. So this is going to be an interesting session. Why interesting? Because I'll be taking more and more practical aspect of the session so that you are able to understand how important and how interesting it is to format the worksheets. So I am going to introduce you to the worksheets, and then we will touch upon how to use the automatic formatting in Microsoft Worksheets. Then we will touch upon how to format data within the cells and within the worksheets. Then we will also use the format painter, how to use that in various worksheets and the data entry. And then in the last, we are going to touch on the management of worksheet security, how you would like to ensure that the worksheet data is secured. So let's start with the introduction of the worksheet. So here I am going to open a worksheet. So I am sure in the last class you have learned the basics of the Microsoft Office. So we go to the program files and Microsoft Office as usual, and then we open the Microsoft Excel. So in this worksheet, so you can see that this entire place is called the ribbon, and you have got various tabs here: the clipboard, the font, the alignment, the number, the style, the cells. So in this worksheet, one of the important aspect is to understand how important a clipboard management is. So if you can see on the clipboard, you have these small dialogs boxes. So if you click on that, then clipboard for you will be handy. So you can see that what we can do with this clipboard. So in normal day-to-day data entry editing, whatever you copy and then you paste it, after some point in time, you would like to refer the same, because it's normal for your data entry operations that you have to work on multiple parts within the document, and at one point in time you had copied something, but that is lost, or maybe you have copied now something else. So in order to retrieve that, this clipboard tab is very helpful. So if you see, let me just demonstrate using the Excel worksheet how to utilize it. So I'll give a very small basic example. You have put A, B, C, D here, and you have copied it in another worksheet. Now you are working on some other data, D, E, F, G. Now you have copied D, E, F, G again. Now using this, let's say this A, B, C, D as an example, any other data is lost. So it's by mistake it is deleted, or maybe by some calculation or processing this is lost. So what you can just refer to this clipboard and you just simply click here and you can retrieve it. So this is the functionality of keyboard, very simple but important to understand, because in the data entry you will be working on lots and lots of data. So it's important for this class to learn this as a first step. Now coming back to the font, let me just demonstrate. So you have various student, we are going to create a table. So as you can see, I have entered some data. So using this data, I can make a better presentation in the worksheet by using this font tab. So this is, if I want to make it bold, I can use this bold, and I can use to, let's say if I want to show the subjects highlighting into something that can be separated out very clearly, I can use this, and this is called italics. And I can also use underlying something. Let's say wherever I want underline something because of any particular reason, I can actually use this functionality. So this is the basic formatting that I can do using the font. So going on to the alignment. So this alignment is basically to make sure whatever data you have entered should clearly come to the screen in a more presentable fashion. So you can see here we have vertical alignment, and then in this tab we have got horizontal alignment. So these lines are demonstrating how to utilize. You can see automatically that this is to align your text to the right side within the cell. This is to align your text in the center, and this is obviously to the left side. Similarly, if you see this on the ribbon, this is to align your text in the top side, this is in the middle, this is in the bottom of the cell. I can demonstrate it if you see on the worksheet. So now I have increased the row size. I also want to increase the column size so that it's clearly evident that how this alignment feature works. So if I want to align my student names in the middle vertically, you see all Ram, Sudeep, Laksh, they have come vertically within the cell. Now if I want to align them horizontally as well in this particular cell, then I can use this and they'll come here. Similarly, I can do for their marks as well. And let's say I want to do some indentation. Indentation, as you can understand, is that if you want to demonstrate some data as part of subset of that data, then you can use this indentation features. These are the indentation features. So all Ram, Sudeep, Laksh are students, and if I want to make student as a particular super class of all these students, then what I can do, I can simply just click here. Now this is appearing as all Ram, Sudeep, Laksh, they belong to this particular class called student. So this is the way this indentation works. Now I am going on to the general tab, which is number. So you can open the dialog box. So you can see there are, if you want to format yourself for a particular number type, which is various categories. So you can see that there are, it's general and it's applicable to all. Then number, so only certain functions or feature will work on the number. Similarly, all these below which I am going to tell will refer to some specific functions available in MS Excel. So there are various categories like number, currency, accounting, date, time, percentage, fraction, scientific, text, special, custom. So all of these different categories are designed because Microsoft has written this particular program in such a way that there are some particular libraries of functions which will work on some particular data sets. So if you want to make use of those functions, then specifically only that data type should be captured in your worksheet so that those functions in the Microsoft library works properly. If you want to make use of some date functionality, for example, you want to use some date library functions, let's say add date or let's say subtract date, or you want to move the date to next month. So all these functions and features are there in Microsoft, but you would like to keep your data set to that particular class. So if you have formatted your cell as date, only then you will be able to work on the date features and functions. So that is the reason this particular function or module is very important. So alignment we already covered, font we already covered. So I am going to the border. The simple way to make your worksheet is using the border tab here in this ribbon, which is font, but you can also do this through this dialog, in which you can actually select various type of borders available. Let's say you want to make sure that your all the grid sets or the cells has got this dashed border, and you want to make it appear in any of the color, you can use the color. So your border will come in this color, and you want to make sure that your complete cells should have this particular border. Then you have to select the border. So these are various arms of the particular cell. So there are 4 arms and 1, 2, 3, 4. So this will do the outline. But if you also want to select the border inside the worksheet, then you have to select this as well. Let me just demonstrate. So see, let me just make it more bolder so that you are able to appreciate. So what I have done, I have selected a bolder slide. See, so this is the way it has come. So this is for border. I will also select this to make it more complete. So going on to the fill section. So the fill section is to fill your cells with particular color if you want. So let's say you would like to fill these cells using green color. So it can be previewed in the sample. If the color you are going to select, you will like it or not. So basis your choice, or the purpose, you can select. So, this is just to do the number selection. So, you could do these border, font, fill. However, Microsoft Excel also comes with some styles. So, these styles are available within the Microsoft Office library, and using these styles you can present your data more impressively, at the same time more efficiently. It's okay that we just learnt that how to do some font changes or using some borders and fillings and create some nice looking tables, but all of these can be very easy, and it can be much more appealing to your worksheet if you are able to use the styles. So, let me just tell you how to use the Microsoft styles for your formatting. So, this is the basic table that we had created. So, go to styles, and then you can see there are a lot of options available. So, if you want to make some presentation that is showing some data and with respect to some calculations or with respect to some explanatory, so there are various styles available. So, if you want to show some hyperlinks within some tab, you are working on some data which deals with hyperlinks, then you can use this. So, basis your requirement, you can actually use, and you can also use these kind of predefined styles. For these are themed cell styles, come with nice colors. So, see, if you select this, then your cell filling will be done with this particular color, and there are also some styles that are available to make sure that if your data contains some numbers or currency or percentage. So, let me just demonstrate you these numbers as well. So, let us select heading as a style, and let us select comma. So, what you are able to see is that you would have noticed the change. I didn't put 98.00, 99.00. So, these decimal places, these 2 digits after the decimal place has automatically assigned to all these numbers. So, this was called the comma number format. Now, hypothetically, how this comma works, I can show you. Let us say we are not dealing in marks. As of now, just forget that we are talking about marks, and it is about amount, and there is a large amount, right, 98,000 lakhs. Okay. So, see how this comma formatting will work for us. So, here it is making our life very easy, 98, 100, 100, 1000. So, it has put comma on its own. So, this is called style. If you want to make it yourself, then you have to go to number and then select the decimal places and then use comma, okay, 1000 as separator. So, this is bit tedious. So, using these cell styles, you can do it on automatically using Microsoft Excel styles. Now, if I do comma 0 means it will do a roundup. Even if you, let us say, Ram got 95.5 marks, but what it has done? It has done an upper round of the same, and you are able to see 96. So, if we remove this style, let us go back to comma, then it will again come as 95.5. So, this is called the comma style and comma 0 slide. Again, if you are dealing in currency, then what it will do? Just forget that we are dealing in the marks. Let us say these are amounts. So, here you are able to see that it has put some currency. So, by default, since we are in India and we are using Microsoft Office English language Indian version, so automatically it has taken from the system locale Indian rupee symbol. So, it has put Indian rupees. So, no need to go into the conventional what we learned in the number tab. You are going to number, and then you are going to select currency, and then select the symbol. So, instead of making so many changes in the dialog, because if you want to select rupees, you have to find, right, but using these styles you have done it automatically. Similarly, there is another style available for number format, which is percent. So, it has automatically described your numbers in the cells as percentage. So, this was all about the cell styles. So, there are other options available as well for the number formatting, which can be done using Microsoft Excel on its own. So, if you want to design your data as numbers, table or the tabular format, and you want to make sure that there are nice formatting done. So, you can actually skip all of what we have just discussed. Microsoft Excel provides some very easy tabular formats available in the style tab only. So, if we see the format table, so let's remove everything what we had. Let's see this table as a plain table. You have entered your data as part of your data entry operation. Now, this data is there and you just want to ensure that this is presented in a much better format. And since you have designed a table, so you can, what you can do, you can just select from list of available tables formats using the format as table style. So, let us select one of them, whichever you like the most. So, I am not sure if you are able to see this small dialog, but this column, this checkbox automatically identifies what are the headers in your table if you make this checkbox ticked. So, I am doing that and you will see that it has selected your top row as a header row and these are your data rows. So, you can change your style any point in time. So, let us say if you do not like black color, you want to make it in some other color, then you can select all of these colors. Again, if you also want to change the style, if you want a medium, and you will also be able to appreciate that in order to make sure that these data rows are much more usable in terms of their visibility, they are doing a segregation of colors automatically. So, segregation of colors is very important as part of the data entry operations, because there is, when you are here for the purpose of simplification, I have chosen a data set of just 3 rows, but while you will be working data entry operator, you will be working on thousands of rows. So, in the thousand of rows, to make it usable automatically, you would like your data rows should be separated by the other rows. So, one easier way to achieve this is to do a cell shading different than the alternate rows. So, automatically the table slide does that for you, so that you do not have to go through pain of doing it for each of the rows. Let us say you are working on thousands of rows, then think how difficult it will be for you had this automatic table functionality was not there. So, in order to make your data more readable, more user friendly, you have to use this automatic table styles, so that the data you are going to present to your client or to your to any end user of the data, he will be finding it very easy if you have presented it in a way that it is more understandable. So, let us see other things as well here. If you want to make sure that there are some borders available, then you can also select the borders. So, these are some things that comes with border. So, there are multiple styles actually. So, whatever suits you to the best, you can use that. So, if I see with respect to the styles and cells, there is another very important feature that we wanted to cover as part of the last step in the class, was to how to make sure that the worksheet you are working is secure. Secure means you have given this worksheet to your end user and you want to make sure some of the data that is captured in the worksheet should not be changed. For example, let us say these marks should also not be changed. Whatever marks Ram, Mohan, Lakshay, they all got in the paper, they are sacrosanct, cannot be changed. You would like this particular data to be secure, so that whosoever you are sharing it, he will not be able to change it. So, you can use the feature of protection of your worksheet. So, this is very simple. If you go to the cells function on the ribbon, then you will see there is a protect worksheet available. So, you just no need to no need to make some sort of specific selection, just whatever worksheet you want to protect, you can protect the worksheet and it will ask you for a password. So, in this particular place, let us say you give ABCD as a password, so that only who knows this password, it will ask me again to confirm the password ABCD, and then this worksheet now will be secured. So, let us say if somebody else is viewing this, then Microsoft Excel will not allow it to change. So, it says the cell or chart that you are trying to change is protected and therefore read only. To modify a protected cell or chart, first remove the protection using unprotect sheet command. So, where is this unprotect sheet command? In the same place. So, you come here, if you want to make any change, do ABCD, the password you need to remember, and then you change the mark. So this was all about the Microsoft Office formatting. So now there is also an important and very simple functionality that I would like to share with you. Let's say you had done some formatting and you want to make sure that whatever formatting you had done should be reflected in the other cells as well. So you can use Format Painter. So if you click here, let's say you want to make sure that physics and chemistry marks are also defined or formatted in the same way as maths marks are defined. So you can just click on the source formatting, which is the maths, then click the Format Painter brush. So this is the Format Painter. Now just paint it using the mouse. Just left click on the mouse and try to paint it. Again, you want to do the same in chemistry, just do this. So students, here we are going to coming to an end to this session. So today we have learnt how Microsoft worksheets help us in making our data entry operations much more efficient and much more presentable. So what we have learned today is how to protect your worksheets, how to use the automatic formatting, how to do the font formatting, how to use the styles available in Microsoft, how to do the table formatting, and I hope this class was very helpful for you. So thank you.